Hello, Diversifuse community. Welcome to another DEI Tip of the Week. Today, we're focusing on a crucial aspect of communication, giving a bit of extra time for language learners to process and respond, especially during interviews. Let's dive in. When interviewing language learners, it's essential to create an environment where they feel comfortable. Here's a strategy to facilitate this. Give time and encourage clarification. Our tip for today is to give a bit of extra time for the candidate to process your questions and respond. Understand that language processing takes time. Encourage them to ask for clarification or to have a question restated if needed. I cannot stress this enough because, as we all know, no one wants to look like they don't know something during an interview. So many language learners are hesitant to ask for clarification or to have you restate the question. So let them know it's okay to ask, "Can you please rephrase that?" Or "Could you clarify?" We all know most people get nervous during interviews, and nerves can cause people to forget important details. For language learners, it can cause them to want to resort back to their native language. So they need the extra time to process what is said before they respond. Working with immigrants as a career coach, I often saw this with my clients, especially when technology was involved, for example, in a phone interview or an online interview. It made it even more difficult for them, not only because accents seem to be magnified and it's harder for a language learner to understand what is being spoken across the lines, but because they couldn't read the body language of the interviewer who was speaking with them, which resulted in a little more time needed to process what was spoken. So again, just like last week, enunciate your words, avoid using complex jargon, avoid using idioms and expressions, and speak at a slower pace. Encourage clarification and give them time to process. This simple act of patience and openness can make a world of difference. It shows respect for their efforts to communicate and ensures they have a fair chance to express their qualifications. Your takeaway for this week: practice patience and understanding. By allowing extra time and encouraging clarification, we create an inclusive space where everyone can shine, regardless of language barriers. Your action item: incorporate this practice into your next interview. Be consciously patient and encourage candidates, especially language learners, to take their time and ask for clarifications. Let's make our hiring processes truly inclusive. That's it for today's DEI Tip of the Week. Stay tuned for more highlights on making our workplaces truly inclusive. Remember, diversity, equity, and inclusion start with everyday actions. See you next time. Thank you for being part of our inclusive community. Make sure to visit our website at diversifuse.com and follow us on social media for the latest happenings, blog posts, tips, and events.